Hey everyone, if you're serious about losing body fat, here's the truth. You need to increase the amount of time your body spends not eating. That means, longer fasting periods. And yes, saying goodbye to constant snacking. According to Dr. Jason Fung, a leading expert in intermittent fasting and metabolic health, you can actually burn fat and heal your body from the inside out without spending endless hours at the gym. Let's hear what he has to say.
If you want to lose body fat, you actually need to extend the period of time that you're not eating. In other words, extend your fasting period and get rid of all the snacks in order for you to have enough time that your insulin is low. When insulin is low, it's going to allow fat burning, which is going to allow you to pull those calories back out.
But wait, did you know that certain foods can actually activate your body's natural fat-burning mode? In fact, when combined with fasting, just 6 specific foods can completely transform your weight loss journey. So, without further ado, let's dive in. But before we break down those powerful foods, it's crucial to understand 2 key concepts that make it all possible: autophagy and the fasted state. What is autophagy? Autophagy might sound like a fancy scientific term, but at its core, it's actually pretty simple, and honestly, kind of amazing. The word comes from Greek, auto meaning self, and phagy meaning to eat. So yes, it literally means self-eating. Don't worry though, it's not as weird as it sounds. Autophagy is your body's built-in recycling system. When your cells get old, damaged, or cluttered with junk, like broken organelles or misfolded proteins, your body needs a way to clean house. That's where autophagy comes in. It breaks down those worn-out parts and recycles them into something useful. In fact, this process is so important that Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi won the 2016 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine for his research on autophagy. So how do you trigger this amazing internal cleanup crew? It happens when your body goes without calories for long enough, usually around 16 to 18 hours. Once there's no incoming energy from food, your body flips the switch. Instead of using glucose for energy, it starts breaking down fat. At the same time, it kicks autophagy into gear, cleaning out your cells and making room for new healthy ones. And get this, autophagy has been connected to all sorts of benefits. We're talking anti-aging, lower inflammation, better immune function, cardiovascular protection, and even reducing the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Some studies even suggest that autophagy helps break down fat droplets in your cells, a process called lipophagy. In other words, it doesn't just help you heal, it helps you burn fat too. Now let's talk about the fasted state. What does that actually mean? It's basically the condition your body enters when it hasn't received food, or any caloric beverages, for around 8 to 12 hours. During this time, your insulin levels drop, and your body starts tapping into stored energy. Specifically, it starts pulling from fat stores. Here's why that matters. When you're eating, especially carbs, your body's insulin levels rise. That insulin helps store energy, including as body fat. But when you stop eating for a while, your insulin levels fall. That drop is what unlocks fat burning. This is why you don't die in your sleep every night. Your body is running on backup energy, fat. As you go deeper into fasting, your body switches from using glucose to using fatty acids and ketones as fuel. This is called ketosis, a powerful metabolic state that not only fuels your body, but also sharpens your mental clarity and supercharges cellular repair. Fasting has been linked to a long list of health benefits: improved metabolism, better blood sugar control, reduced inflammation, and, you guessed it, increased autophagy. So, you're curious about fasting and ready to give it a try, but not quite sure where to begin? Let's break it down step by step. Fasting isn't one size fits all. and that's a good thing. There are different methods you can try depending on what fits best with your lifestyle and goals. The most popular option is intermittent fasting. That just means rotating between periods of eating and fasting. The most common type? It's called the 16-8 method. You fast for 16 hours and eat during an 8-hour window. So maybe you eat your first meal at noon and your last one at 8 p.m. Another method is the 5-2 approach. With this one, you eat normally 5 days a week, and on 2 non-consecutive days, you reduce your calorie intake to about 500-600 calories. It's a flexible option that's easier for some people to follow. Then there's the Eat Stop Eat method, where you fast for a full 24 hours once or twice a week. This one's a bit more advanced, but can be incredibly effective. Beyond those, we also have time-restricted feeding, which is similar to intermittent fasting, but with slightly different timing, like fasting for 14 or even 18 hours and eating in a shorter window. Alternate day fasting is another method. This involves fasting every other day, either completely or by limiting your calories to 500 or fewer. And finally, there's extended fasting. Fasting for more than 24 hours, sometimes 48 or even 72. This is not something to jump into lightly and should always be done under the supervision of a healthcare professional. Whatever method you choose, start slow. Begin with shorter fasts. Stay well hydrated with water or herbal teas and listen to your body. If you ever feel lightheaded, nauseous, or unwell, pause the fast and check in with your doctor. And remember, fasting isn't for everyone. If you have medical conditions, are pregnant, or breastfeeding, always consult your health care. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for. The 6 powerhouse foods and drinks that can amplify fat loss and trigger autophagy when paired with fasting. First up is green tea, an absolute superstar during fasting. Why? Because it's loaded with antioxidants, especially one called EGCG, epigallocatechin-galate, which not only boosts your metabolism, but also enhances the effects of fasting. Drinking green tea during your fast helps suppress your appetite, which makes it easier to complete longer fasts without feeling miserable. Plus, the caffeine in green tea gives you a gentle energy lift, helping you stay alert without breaking your fast. Green tea also supports autophagy by reducing inflammation and promoting cellular cleanup. And if green tea isn't your thing, black tea and herbal teas like mint, chamomile, and hibiscus are also excellent choices, as long as they're unsweetened. Next is black coffee, and yes, it's allowed during fasting. Coffee without sugar or cream is actually a fantastic companion during a fast. It's low in calories, packed with antioxidants, and can seriously boost your fat-burning potential. The caffeine helps release fatty acids into your bloodstream, which your body then uses for energy. And, like green tea, coffee helps suppress your appetite, making fasting much more bearable. According to research published in the journal Cell Cycle, coffee, both caffeinated and decaf, can stimulate autophagy. So your morning cup might be doing more than just waking you up. Number 3, grass-fed meats. When you break your fast, what you eat matters, and that's where grass-fed meats come in. These meats are rich in high-quality protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and essential nutrients like zinc and B vitamins. Protein is crucial for rebuilding and repairing cells, especially after a fast. Dr. Jason Fung recommends getting 20-30% of your calories from protein, and rather than relying on artificial powders, he suggests real food sources like grass-fed beef, wild-caught fish, and whole food plant proteins. Grass-fed meat also contains CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, which has been shown to aid in fat loss and reduce inflammation. 2 things we're aiming for here. Number 4 is avocados. Avocados are a perfect food to support fasting and fat loss. They're full of healthy monounsaturated fats, which provide slow-burning energy and help keep you feeling full and satisfied for hours. They also deliver nutrients like potassium, vitamin E, and B vitamins. Plus, they help stabilize blood sugar and reduce insulin spikes. Because of their anti-inflammatory and cellular protective properties, avocados are also believed to support autophagy and promote longevity. So yes, definitely a food worth adding to your post-fast meal. Next is bone broth. Bone broth is kind of like the secret weapon of fasting. It's rich in electrolytes like calcium, magnesium, and potassium, and it contains collagen, gelatin, and amino acids like glycine and proline that help heal the gut, support joints, and promote recovery. While technically bone broth has some calories and protein, the amount is small. And for many people, sipping on warm bone broth during a fast can help stretch the fasting window while still supporting the body's needs. It also helps reduce hunger and cravings, making longer fasts easier to manage. Last but not least, whole grains. Think oats, quinoa, brown rice, barley, and bulgur. Unlike refined grains, whole grains still contain the bran, germ, and endosperm, meaning they're full of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. That fiber helps keep you full, supports gut health, and regulates blood sugar, all key for weight loss. Whole grains also provide the body with complex carbohydrates that fuel cellular repair and may help support autophagy in the refeeding phase after a fast. When used intentionally, fasting can be one of the most powerful tools for weight loss and overall health. And when you combine it with the right foods like green tea, coffee, avocados, and more, you supercharge your results. Autophagy isn't just about burning fat. It's about rebuilding your body from the inside out, clearing out what's old and broken and making space for something better. It's kind of like renovating a house. Before you can install a shiny new kitchen, you've got to rip out the outdated avocado green bathtub from the 1970s. Your body works the same way. Autophagy is how you tear down and rebuild stronger. So if you're ready to try intermittent fasting or already love it, let us know in the comments below. And don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on how to take charge of your health, one simple habit at a time.